Leeds United, a club built on grit, passion and some of the most loyal fans in the world. From glory in the 60s and 70s to heartbreak, chaos and rebirth, this is the story of Leeds United Football Club. Our story begins in 1919. After Leeds City was disbanded for financial reasons, a new club rose from the ashes. Leeds United. They joined the Football League in 1920 and settled into Ellen Road, the same ground still roaring with life today. Early on, Leeds floated between divisions, never quite finding stability, but slowly building a reputation. Hard-working, determined, and backed by a fiercely passionate city. The real transformation began in 1961 when Don Revie took charge. This was a turning point, the moment Leeds United became a giant. Revie's plan wasn't to make Leeds United good, it was to make Leeds United the best. He built a squad of legends. This consisted of players like Billy Bremner, Jack Charlton, Norman Hunter, Eddie Gray, and the list goes on and on and on. Under Revie, Leeds won 2 league titles, an FA Cup, a League Cup, 2 Intercities Fairs Cups, and reached multiple finals. They quickly became known as Dirty Leeds because of the way that they played their football, a label that still sticks to this day, but fans will tell you it's just their winning mentality. The Don Revie era was known as the golden age of Leeds United, and many Leeds fans say they should have won even more than they did. When Don Revie left in 1974, Leeds really struggled to find a replacement. The squad aged, managers came and went, and performances dipped. And by 1982, Leeds were relegated from the First Division, which took years to recover from. But in 1988, a new hope arrived. Howard Wilkinson. In 1992, something incredible happened. Leeds United were able to win the First Division title the final season before the creation of the Premier League. A team led by veterans and emerging stars, Leeds shocked English football. Sadly, this was the last league title the club would win, at least for now anyway. But after that high came one of the darkest lows in Leeds United history. In the late 90s, Leeds started dreaming big again, with big signings coming in, Champions League nights out, and some of the most excited young talent in Europe football. These players played a massive role in getting Leeds United to the semi-final of the Champions League in 2001. On the outside, it may look like Leeds United were living the dream life, but behind the scenes, the finances were falling apart. Leeds had to borrow a huge amount of money, betting everything on staying in the Champions League. When they failed to qualify again, the entire structure collapsed. Star players were sold one after the other. In 2004, Leeds United were relegated from the Premier League. But in 2007, things got even worse. Administration, a point deduction and relegation to League One. Leeds United, a European giant, was now in the 3rd tier of English football. League One wasn't just a setback, it was humiliation. But the fans stuck with the club. In 2010, Leeds finally won promotion back to the Championship under Simon Grayson, with that unforgettable win against Manchester United in the FA Cup the same season. But the Championship years were messy. Unstable ownership, constant managerial changes, and inconsistent performances. For nearly a decade, Leeds United was stuck in the 2nd tier of English football until one man arrived who changed everything. In 2018, Leeds United appointed Marcelo Bielsa as head coach of the football club, a man considered a genius in world football. And instantly, everything changed. With fitness, mentality and attacking football, Bielsa transformed the club, the players and the city. And in 2019, after 16 painful years outside the top flight, Leeds United finally returned to the Premier League. The scenes were unforgettable. Bielsa became a legend. In their first season back, Leeds placed in the top half of the table, finishing 9th place, playing fearless football. But the second season was tougher, and eventually, Bielsa was sacked, leaving behind one of the most emotional chapters in the club's history. After Bielsa, Leeds went through another rollercoaster. Managers in and out, survival battles, and eventually relegation again in 2023 to a 4-1 loss on the final day to Tottenham Hotspur. But the spirit of Leeds United never dies. In their first season back in the Championship, Leeds United looked better than ever, finishing the season on 90 points and reaching the playoff final. But the Leeds way, they lost in the playoffs to Southampton, and Southampton gained promotion to the Premier League. But after this, Leeds United were ambitious, signing players like Laj Ramazani, Jadon Bogle and Manor Solomon on a loan deal. Daniel Farke had gotten us back to the Premier League whilst breaking records on the way. Leeds United had won the league on 100 points, which is an incredible record. And in the present day, Leeds United have just beat Chelsea 3-1 and drawn to Liverpool 3-3 after a huge comeback.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.